This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone are joining very good. Okay. So before I start with the today's section, let me know if anybody has a doubt. You can ask me. Once we finish that, then I can proceed with the other topics. We can just have a continuation. So the last two classes, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. If not, please reply me or put it on the chat box so that I can continue.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Tell me, ma.
Can you explain the difference between picture, picture link and linked picture once again?
Picture and picture link. You mean the page special you're asking me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See. Hmm. Okay. This is the text I have. This is the text I have. I have a values. I copy this. As I copy this, what happens? I have to paste it. To paste, what we will do? Control C, and then I come down here. Let me paste it. Control V. So it is pasted. The same thing I wanted to paste it as an image. As a image. In that case, first copy it. Select the portions which you have to copy. Control C. Where you have to paste it, just go to that. Before you paste, go to the paste. Paste drop down option. Click on this. You have this paste option. Okay, this paste. See, paste link and paste are one and the same. Can you see here now? It is becoming an image. But when I click on this, can I drag this? It is a cell. I have a picture. See, when I click inside this, I do not have it. I have till a pivot table only. Power pivot tab only I have. But when I click inside this, I get one additional tab, picture format. This is where I can do some correction changes that is related to my picture. Say example, I want some colors, I can change here. Okay, I'll go for this. I want it like this, I can change it. I would like to give a borders, right? Borders, framework, anything you want to give, you can give. So this is a picture, but this is your values. So copying and pasting as a value, first thing. Second thing, again I copy. Okay, I copy this and paste it here. The same thing. Before I paste, I go for this paste linked picture. So what happens? This one I can use it when I'm linking with the mail also. I can just copy this and put it inside the mail. That is the only additional option which is given in this, whereas there is no other option. But see here, when I click here, see here, do you find anything formulas here? Do you find any formulas here? No. But when I click on this picture, can you see here? From where I have taken, from where this image was taken. So that image you are having a formula for it. So this image is been taken from M54. So that means M column 54th row to which one? O59. This dollar sign and all I'll tell you later on. Okay, dollar sign I'll explain you later. Just assume that this is O59 till O59. O column 59th row. This was the table which was been taken. Okay. Image doesn't give you any link from where it has been taken, but only as a picture. Whereas when you copy some images and paste it with the link, paste image as a link, you will get to know from where did you copy the picture. You can see in this formula tab. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It's clear? Okay. Anybody else has a doubt? Say yes, no, something so that I can proceed.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yama.
Can you please explain about the format painter again?
Format painter. Fine. So let
Okay.
me type a text here. Something has been copied. Okay, I have an online class here, right? I have a word here typed as online class. I'll remove this. This is, wait, I just copy this. I have an online class. I'll type some other word here as MCC. Okay, MCC college. Now what happened here? I have two different words, two different text I can say. There is one word as online class, there is one word as MCC college. Now what I will do is on those online classes, I'll make this bold. Control B, Control I, italic. Okay, I'll give a background color to this green, or I'll go for the more colors. Choose some color whichever I feel like giving. So background color I've given. Font color, I'll change this to a dark green. Now after this, I'm increasing the size, right? I have increased the size. Whatever I've done here, what did I do? I made a bold font, italic style, bold style, italic style, background color, that is fill colors I've done. Then I have made a text color, that is font color. I've increased the size. All these things I want to apply for this Mount Carmel College. That means my text should not change, whereas all the text effect has to be copied. For this, you will use this format painter. Click on this, select your format painter, then you get a brush kind of symbol. Now go where you want to apply, just double click on that, it will be applied. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll start with the topics. So in the last up to last class, what we have done is we have covered home tab till the alignment, and from file I have done till save as. So we still have few options. We still have few options to be covered. So let me cover that. Then we will go for the next one. First one, I'll go for this info will give you all the information what you have in a file. That means not exactly the content, but what is the size of a file, when it was created, when it was lastly modified, when it was printed, who is the owner of this document. All these details you will be getting. Now see here, this is the properties. Now see the file size, it says as 23.4 KB. And if you would like to add any title and tagline, so that I want to upload this document, this file to some other place, I can add the title and the taglines to any of this. Then any categories I would like to add, yes, I can do. Now see what it says. I have created on which date. Okay, created on which date, and yesterday it was been modified. Okay, this is what I have. Last, when did I take a printout? I have never taken a printout. Who is the owner of the document and who has modified, you have those details. Now what is the size? You have a size as 23.4. Okay, now what I have done, I made some changes here. Format painter I've done, pictures we have done. I didn't save this document, yes, right? I didn't save it. Now I press Ctrl S in order to save the file. Again, I go for file tab, info. Now can you see what is the size? 24 has become 26, 26.7 KB. When was lastly modified? Today at 6:43. When it was created, so the date comes here. Okay, so the date whichever I would have created this file, that file names it is showing me. So this is what you have a basic information. Now, the main part is, suppose I work in a company, I'm making some report. I make a table, I make a graphs, charts, all these things we are doing here. And I want all the content which I kept it in my Excel file, this Excel file, to be protected so that the other person should not open my file. In case if he is trying to open a file, or he hacks my system and take my files of Excel, when he opens this file, he should not be able to see what is the content inside, which means I need to protect it with the password. So how to protect this Excel file with the password? So I'm saying Excel file. I'm not saying particular sheet 1 or sheet 2, sheet 3. I'm saying Excel file, which means the complete file, MCC Excel online file, has to be protected, right? So how to protect this file? This is what we are going to see now. Okay. Now I come to this, I'll go to file tab. I have a info, protect workbook. You can see a protect workbook. I click on this drop down option. The second option, encrypt with password. Encrypt with password. I select this. Before I give a password, I'll tell you what is the use of this. First thing, encrypting. Encrypting means what? It is completely protected, where even someone tries to hack or break the password what has been provided, they cannot see what is the actual password given by me. That is what encrypt means. And second thing, this file, if I provide a password and I forget the password, even I won't be able to open this. The reason, I do not have an option to give as forget password and reset it. No, you cannot reset the password without your previous password. If you remember your older password what you have already defined, only then you can change it, right? Or else you won't be able to change the password. Say example, I gave a password today, tomorrow morning I come and open, I don't remember my password, what happens? Now I cannot open this file. Okay, this is my file, I cannot open. Do I have an option as forget password? Then answer is no. And if I don't have a forget password option, can I reset it? Then again the answer is no. So this is what it means. And second thing, whenever you are giving a password, this is case sensitive. Case sensitive means if you are giving any password in uppercase, lowercase, or any symbol, signs, whichever you are defining, in the same pattern you will use. So that is what the caution has been given. Let's see this what has been given. If you lose or forget the password, it cannot be recovered. It is advisable to keep a list of passwords and the corresponding documents names in a safe place. So they're advising you, since if you can't remember the password, write and keep it in some other place where you can remember it, you can refer it. Okay, and then they also say that remember the password are case sensitive. Let's give a password now. 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is what I'm giving a password. Okay, let me re-enter the password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then I click on this OK. Now you can see here a password is required to open this workbook. I'll close the file. Now see, I have closed it. Now see here, let me open some other files. Okay, I'll open this itself. I have your attendance list. I'll just open the same Excel file. Now see, excuse me. I have an Excel file. So as soon as I open, I just double click, my file gets open. It is not prompting me anything. But whereas when I open the protected file, this was the file which I was using. When I open this protected file, what happens? It asks me for a password. Without giving a password, it doesn't display the content in my file. So what should I do? I have to give a password. Okay, say example, I'm giving a wrong password. Just randomly I gave some password. Okay, I'll click on OK. I've clicked on OK. So it says the password must have caps lock on because it says case sensitive, right? Okay, I'll click on OK. But the password is wrong. What I'll do, I'll go to file. See, even this info option is not highlighted. So that means I cannot open. I have to open this file again. So again, I click on this MCC Excel online. As soon as I click on this, I get a file name. Now I give the right password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then I click on OK. Your file will be displayed. Right? Next one. So in case I remember my password, I need to change the password. Then what should I do? Go to this info, same protect workbook. Sorry, I have a coughing issue, so please don't mind, I'll be muting frequently. Okay, so let me come back again. So this is your protect workbook. In this protect workbook, see again I go for the same option, encrypt with password. Once I go this, I have a place where I have already defined a password. If you are changing, remove the password, define your new password. If you are removing, just leave the field blank. Now I'm removing it. I'll click on OK, save this, close it, done. Again I reopen the file, Excel online class. Now see what happens. It is directly opening. It is not prompting me to give a password. First condition. Second one. Now I'll go for this info, right? Okay, I'll go for this info. I have this protect workbook. In this, the next one I have here is, see, always open in read only mode. I'll tell you this later on. Okay, protect current sheet. I'll open this now. In protecting current sheet, before I go for protect current sheet, in which sheet I am into? Sheet 2. I'm not protecting sheet 1 or sheet 3, only the sheet 2 will be protected. So what I'm going to do is, after selecting this, go to file, info, and then protect workbook, protect current sheet. So in this current sheet, what and all you would like to protect? So there are few set of options: inserting, deleting, removing, sorting, like this. So whichever you want to do, whichever you want to protect it, you can select those options. So just check into all the options, whichever you want to protect it. So I'm protecting completely everything I want to protect. There is no issue in this, so I have to protect everything. So okay, protected. Then password, where we will define here. Password to unprotect the sheet. Now I'll give you here password. Let me give here as 12345. I'm giving 12345 as a password. I'll click on OK. Again re-enter 12345. Then I'll click on OK. This is protected. I'll close this so that I can show you what happens when I open a file. Now see, this is my protected file. I'll go for sheet 1. I type here as hi, I can type. I go for sheet 2. I click here, I type it as hi. So it says me, the cell or the charts which you are trying to you are doing is, it is protected. So what I have to do, I have to unprotect it and then make the changes. Again I close this. Now let me go for the sheet 3. Let me type here something. See, it is allowing me. Okay, in this, if I have to type in a sheet 2 how to unprotect this, so I'll show you this option. Go to file, go to info, you have an option here as unprotect. Just click on this, it will get unprotected. This is one place where you can protect it. See, sheet 2, you want to unprotect it. I'll show you the other location where I can unprotect it. I'll go for this review tab. Review tab, you have an option as unprotect sheet. Click on this. Again, it will ask you a password. So give the password. I gave 12345. Then okay. So it is protected. Now I can type. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Let's go again. We'll continue. So the next one what I have here is protect work structure. This is mostly when I'm doing this, it is purely optional, and most of the time this doesn't support also. See, I just define some number 12345. I'll click on OK. Again 12345. I click on OK. So I'll just give here protect workbook. Protect workbook. See, I can type here also. I can type in this also. I can type here also. Okay, let's try by saving this. I save, go for this file, reload it. Again I type, see, still I can use it. Okay, so this protecting worksheet doesn't support you as much as how much it protects in sheet and file. So let me go for this. I'll click on this protect workbook, unprotect it. I'll click on OK, done. So let me save this, close it, reopen again. Okay, let's go for the next one. Info, protect workbook. I have an option here as add a digital signature. To add this, you must have an access as an administrator first thing. That means you need to purchase the digital signature. So see, when I give here, it says me, you need a digital ID. Would you like to get it from the Microsoft partner now? Which means I need to purchase this. Let me tell you how this will work on your Excel file. In case, might be you would have done or not, I am not sure, but let me give you a hint. If any person wants to take a loan, or they are taking an admission, they're taking any course, upgrading to something else, so might be some or the other place, they will be submitting all their required documents, necessary documents has to be submitted. In one place, they'll ask you to sign on a white paper, take a picture and send it. So hope this if anybody has done by signing and sending this. So what the other side people who are taking your documents, what they'll do is they'll compress your signature into a required signature size, and then wherever there is a signature required, signature line will be there, right? Wherever the signature that is required, there they will be pasting it. So when they paste it, what happens, you don't have to go personally visit the place and sign it. They'll copy your signature and paste it wherever it is required. So this is what will happens in a digital signature. Okay, now here it says me to add a digital signature. What does I have to do here? That means the same procedure, I'll be converting my signature into a digital format, right? I'll be taking this into a digital format and I'll be updating this. I think someone has mic on. Bhumika, can you please turn off it, ma? If you have any question, you can ask me, or else please turn off. Okay, so that means I'll buy this from the Microsoft partner, that is a service provider of Microsoft. I'll contact to that person. Means you need to contact by paying some money, you will have to purchase this. So this is what will happen in this digital signature. Mark as final. I am working on this file. Every work, all my data entry is done. Now what I have to do is I have to say this, it has been finalized. There is nothing to be edited. So what I'll do, I'll go to file, info, work from this. So mark as final. I'll click on OK. Again OK. Now see, marked as final. And a third is marking this workbook as a final, saying that no, it is discouraging any person to edit it. So in still I want to continue, I want to edit it, this is not finalized, then you can click on this edit anyway, or you can also go here and click on this mark as final again. Now the edit anyway is been done, I can type it. This is what will happen in this. And mark as read only, that means I don't want others to edit or anything or do any changes, so I'm not marking this as read only. If I mark it again, I have to save this file with one more name and unprotect this, then I have to do. So I'm not doing this. You can try this. So this is option for you, I'm giving this. You can try this. Okay, next one, check for issue. So that means there are some kind of junk files that will keep on generating. Any software we have, any method we are using, though you are using a mobile, though you are using a tablet, you are using a laptop, any device you use, there are everywhere we are updating our software, and software will produce few junk files. Now I want to inspect those things, all the junk files, and suspend those things. That means clear it, just temporary files only, no junk files. Though I delete it, will regenerate once again. At present I just want to clear it. Okay, so what I can do is I can click on this any of this option. I'm going for this inspect document. Yes, now say these are the things which I'm going to inspect. Okay, so comments, documents, data models, task, pivot table, pivot charts, lines, links, anything. So all these things are the one which I'm going to check this. So I'll click on this inspect. As soon as I inspect, see there are few things. There is some junk files generated in a document properties. Remove all. Let me scroll. We will see some other place. No, there is no other places. Now I can close it. I'll close it. So it is done. Just an inspection to see whether some junk files or by default something is happened. Those things you can remove from this. Okay. Excuse me. So this is unsaved document. If I have to check this, the save file I would have typed, but I didn't save. I can browse it and check where are the files which has been generated. So these are the files. Automatically it is been generated. I can open this and see what I have typed. So these are the unsaved files. I just typed here, but I didn't use. So this option you will get it only from the latest version, not in your older version. Again I go here. So this is to browse and view the options. What are the files I have? So that's all with this information. Save I have already explained you. Save as also I have explained you. Now I'll go for this print. I'll go for this print. So obviously you will be knowing a shortcut key to print. So it is Control P. Control P is used for print. But there are other configuration settings which we are going to see about the printing. So normally this is my file. This is my file, that is sheet 3. I press Control P, so it gives me a output. So this is my sheet. You can see here, this is one out of two sheets available. So first sheet and second sheet which is available for me to take a printout. First thing. Okay. Now what if I want to take a printout of sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, all the three sheets I want to take a printout? How will I take this? The same again, go press Control P. So I'll explain you one by one, step by step. You can just see this. I just need to click on this print in order to take a printout. In order to take a printout. Excuse me. Then I have a copies. So in this copies, the number of copies, how much I require, I can increase or I want to decrease. I can decrease manually. You want to provide some series, yes, you can provide it how much ever you want. Next one. Suppose I have 3 or 4 printers installed. I need to take a printout from that particular printer itself, which means I am using a 4 printers. Each printer is used for one design type of printout, or I may use a different paper size to take a printout. So if I need to change to any particular printout format, I can select from here. Excuse me. So any printer, whichever the printer I want to take a printer, take a printer from that particular printer itself. You can just change the printer whichever you want. Okay, change the printer and take the printer. This is what you will be doing. Okay, then so print is done, number of copies is done, printer is done. Next one, you have print active sheet. In which sheet I am into? Third sheet. Okay, so when I go for this print active sheet means what it is, only that third sheet will be printed. I want sheet 1, sheet 2 to be printed. So in this place I'll select here as print entire workbook. Print entire workbook. Now you can see number of sheets has changed to 11, 1 out of 11. Now see here, active sheet I have only 2 pages. When I go for workbook I have 11 sheets. So first, second, third, see, you can see all the sheets whatever we have done. This is how you will be taking. But I have 3 sheets, okay, or suppose I have this sheet 3 only. Sheet 3 only I want to take a printout. Again I can change here. in a print saying that print active sheet. Okay, all these details will be printed, but I want only this table to be printed. Remaining table should not be printed. Remaining tables, I don't want it in a printout. Then what should I do? I'll go back to my Excel file, select this range. Select this range, go to File, Print. Instead of Print Active Sheet, select here as Print Selection. Print Selection. I click on this. After clicking on this, then what should I do? Now see, you can see only that area which I've selected as available and number of sheets which is 1 out of 1. So print active sheet means only the available sheet in which the sheet has been selected. Whichever the sheet has been selected, that sheet will be printed. Entire workbook, all the sheets in your workbook, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5, everything will be printed. Only the printed, that is selected area I want to take a printout, then print selection. This is what I have. Okay, say example, suppose I have an entire workbook. Now it says as 11 pages, but I don't want all the 11 pages to be printed. I want this page. This is third page. I need third, I need four, I need five. Okay, three and four I need. Okay, so what I can say is from third page to fifth page. I want from third page to seventh page. I need to take a printout. So only that pages will be printed here. Remaining things I won't be getting a printout. So you can define the number of pages also, how much you want to take a printout in case if you are going to describe it. Then this is based on the number of copies. Let me tell you here. I'll take this as a print active sheet itself. 2 pages I have. When it is selected here as collated, when it is selected as a collated, what happens? I am giving a printout for 3 copies. So you can see this example itself. It says 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which means I can take a 3 set of copies of these 2 pages. So when it takes a printout, when I click on a print, what happens? First page, second page, one set of a copy. First page, second page, another set of a copy. Again, the same thing first, and then the second set of a page will be printed. So that means together a set of copies will be printed when you take it as collated. And when you choose it as uncollated, what happens here? There are 2 pages. I'm giving 3 copies. So what happens? First page itself, three copies you will get. First copy, second copy, third copy of first page. Then it will go for the second page. It will print a 3 copies. Okay, that is collated and uncollated. Then what else you have? You have a orientation. See the page. See the page. It is in a vertical format. If I want to take a printout in a vertical format, it is portrait. It is portrait. If I need to take it in a horizontal way, then it is landscape. Vertical, we call it as portrait. Horizontal, we call it as landscape. Then, which paper size you would like to take a printout? That paper size you can select it. I need it from A4. Yes, I can select A5. I want it as A3. Whichever the paper size I can select. Based on that, it will be printed. Okay. Then I have a margin, right? This margin, can you see here on the top, at the bottom, left, right, there is a set of margin. So if I want to reduce a margin on the top, reduce a margin at the bottom, on the left side, right side, so you can do from here. So normal you have, and one you have it as a wide, one you have it as a narrow. These are the 3 predefined you have. In case you want to take a printout, now you want to take a printout, but adjusting this scale, I want to reduce more than this, then you can go for custom margin. Excuse me. On the left side, how much you want to increase, that much you can increase. So I'm giving 0. Here I'll change to 4. Here also I'll change to 4. I click on OK. Now you can see the margin, how it has been changed. So how you want to do the customization, you can do it. Then this is an interesting part, but before I explain you about this, I'll open some other data set so that I can show you in a better way.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, I think I have muted the document, I think, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, let me continue. Yes, I want to explain you about this. So see, this is sheet 1. Sheet 1, how many row column I have? A to E. So I have how many columns? 5 columns I have. And I have up to 20 rows of information. I'll go to File, Print, and now what happens here is I have just, let me go for this print active sheet. Okay, this was in no scaling. So what happens here is it only shows me the number of columns that it can occupy in one page. This is in landscape. Let me take it in portrait. Now see, only 3 columns only I have. Then it continues in the next page. What if I want to take a printout in one single page itself? In that case, I'll go for all this. How much ever the rows are there, how much ever the columns are there, everything, rows and columns, everything to be printed on one single page itself. Though I have 100 rows of information, 50 columns of information, everything to be printed. So fit on one page, so it will get adjusted the space with one page. Now I don't want like this because I cannot see the content what is available. What I will do is instead of this, let all the columns come in the one field itself. If the page is not sufficient, let it take a printout in a next page. So in that case, what I can do is, okay, now what I can do is I'll go for this file, print. I have an option here as fit all columns on one page. Fit all columns on one page. So all the columns are fitting on one page. Since I do not have too many rows, everything is available. The same thing, if I change this, fit all rows on one page, all the rows is occupied, but the columns will move for the next page. So this is what will happen when you are selecting it. So what I will be doing always, the most of the times if I have only 30 or 40 rows of information, I'll go for fit all columns on one page and take a printout. Say in case if I have 100 pages, 100 rows of information, 200 rows of information, in that case I use this fit all columns on one page. Only this 40 rows or 30 rows, then I'll go for fit sheet on one page, one sheet. In simple, how much ever the data, bigger data table I have, everything has to be printed in one sheet. I can go for fit sheet on one page. First one. Second one, columns. I have 10 columns. All the 10 columns has to be printed on one page itself. If I have a many rows, like 100 rows, 200 rows, so how much it will rows occupy in the first page? It will occupy. Then later on, it will occupy the remaining part in the second page, third page. Whereas all the column headings will be displayed in all the printout. In case I have only rows information, I'll fit all the rows, but column will spread for the next pages. So whichever the method you are going to take a printer, you can choose that. So this is what you have in a print configurations. Okay, whatever we have seen in all these things, same thing you have in a page setup also. Let me click on this. See, portrait you want, landscape you want, this you can take. How much you want to adjust the width, you can take. What is the paper size you want to change, you can change. Margins, this also we have done, top, bottom, left, right. Then headers and footers, this I will be explaining in an insert tab, so ignore here. The sheets, so how the sheet will be printed, so first page, second page, third page, fourth page, or I want in a zigzag, first, second, third, fourth. So however you want, down then over, or over and then down. So like this, whichever the concept you want, you can take. You want to take it in a black and white, you want to take with the grid lines means the checks, cell checks. Okay, so row and column heading, you want to take A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, all these things you can give it. Then click on OK. After that, it will be printed. How you want, in that method, you can take a printout. Now, all these things, concept I've explained you about a printing. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Do anybody has a doubt in this printing configuration?
No, ma'am.
Say yes, no, or put a chat box, anything, no doubts, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Fine. Thank you. Let's proceed then. Okay. Uh, Fine. Share is something where you will be sharing with the people on a cloud basis. Okay, this is through the LAN network. I'm not using a LAN network at present, so I cannot show you that. Export, it is same as your save as, where I will be saving as your PDF or XPS format. I can change here and save this. Next one, this close, I think I've already given you a shortcut key for closing the file. If you remember, can someone answer me what is the shortcut key for closing the file? The very first class which I have typed on a notepad, I have given you these points: closing the file and closing the window. So I've already given the shortcut key for
Alt.
closing the file. Alt.
Alt F4.
Very good. So to close the file, Alt F4 is a shortcut key. And then who is the account holder, who has a license on this? So their name, their login IDs, and what are the softwares that is supported, you will get it in this. And if you would like to give any feedback to your Microsoft, you can give from here. Then options, the final setting tool, the final setting tool. So this is a setting process which you will be doing here. I'm not going to make any changes. I'm not going to make any changes in this. Okay, I'll just show you what it is. If you remember, I already told you that font size, default font size 11, calibri, okay, the username, font size. So see, include how many sheets. By default you will have one sheet. How much ever sheet you want to increase, you can increase it. And this formulas, I'm not going to change it. I'll be using automatic function, maximum and minimum changes that I can do. What are the formulas I will be doing? This option I have. Data, so how much data entry I can do. Proofing, that is changes, tracking the changes, whether I'm typing in a uppercase, lowercase, anything as a space, numbers, those things will be tracked here. So in this, what you can learn is go to the save, first option, save. Why I'm taking you to this option is there is a concept called as auto recovery file. Auto recovery file. Now, what is this auto recovery file is used for? Let's say with an example. Okay, now I'm working on this file. I forgot to save a file. I forgot to save this file. Maybe you will be working on a desktop or you will be working on laptop. You continuously do your data entry, everything done, but you forgot to save. Unfortunately, when you're working on your laptop, there was no battery. It got turned off. Your laptop got turned off, but you didn't save your file itself. What will happen then? Now when I reopen, I need to retype again from the beginning. So in order to avoid this, there is one facility given as auto recovery. By default, whenever there is a power fluctuation or without saving, you are closing the file, there is automatically the file gets generated in an auto recovery folder, and it will be saved. When it will be recovered, every 10 minutes it will be recovered. No, I don't want every 10 minutes, I want every each and every 1 minute. So you can reduce this. Okay, you can reduce it. I want this every 1 minute to be auto recovered. Okay. So the next question is, if it is auto recovering, I don't know where the auto recovered file is. Where can I get the file? Then you have to go for this location. It will be available in your auto recovery location. This is a place where I have, might be your system will have a name with your login IDs, and based on that you will be having. So you can see from this. Okay, after changing this, you just click on OK. Now I'll show you the changes. See here, when I go for info, here there is one option, browsing view, right? Here automatically you will get a auto recovered files. Okay, auto recovered files at the bottom. In case now I didn't do any changes, so I'm not getting it. So all the changes will be added. Then languages, I'm using here Microsoft Windows English. Which language? United States English I'm using. You want to change, you can change it. Microsoft Office is available in 35 plus languages. That means 35 languages it is actually supported. Okay, so you can use all the 35 languages if you know to use it in other another languages. Okay, then I have a accessibility advanced. So this is advanced setting. I'm not changing anything. So this is related to your copy, paste, print, chart, all those things. So whichever it is there, let it be. I'm not going to change this. Customize ribbon. So I told you about this file tab, home tab, that is ribbons. What is ribbons? What is tabs? So there are everything the same way it has been arranged. If you see this home tab, okay, if you see this home tab, you have a clipboard group, font group, right? You have an alignment group, you have a numbering group, you have a style group, you have a cells, and you have a editing. So these are the options which has been available. So here I do not have an option draw because I have disabled. I do not have an option of developer. I have disabled it. So whichever option I don't want to use, I can disable it. If I want to use it, I can enable it. After enabling, you can click on OK. You have an option. OK. So now see, I have added here draw, developer. I'm getting this. So whichever the option you would like to add, you can add. If you want to remove it, you can remove it. I again go for the same thing. Options and customize ribbons. Then this quick access toolbar also I have explained you in a previous one, that is directly from the start screen. But what I am doing here is, okay, what I'm doing here is I can add from here also. So these are the set of options I have. I can just click on whichever the option I would like to use. So what I'll do, insert table, add, done. Okay, you can see here only save, undo, and redo. I'm just using here paste special, add freeze pane, add. Then I'll click on OK. Now you can see table. Okay, freeze pane, paste special. All these things have been added. Now in case I have to remove, I have explained to remove from here. I'm showing you from these options. Quick access toolbar. Select the option which you want to remove. Remove it. Click remove. Click remove. Save. That is okay. Now all these things will be updated. Now it has been removed here. Okay. So we have gone through all the file tab options. Anybody has a doubt in a file tab, you can ask me now. So which means there is no doubt. I have to consider as no one has doubt.
No, ma'am.
Fine then, I'll just go for the next step. So I have stopped till this alignment. We are going to continue from the general. From the general, that is numbers. I'll open a new sheet. Whenever I type some values, numbers, right? Text. See, all the text, all the values are coming on the left side. All the values are coming on the left side. Now, what we will do is, I'll type some names, might be names. So I'll just give here as Anu, Dia, Tara, Mira. See, whenever I type names, that is a text or string, it comes on your left side. This is on right side, right? So all whatever you will be typing, it will be coming here as a prescribed format. What is described, that is what it will be coming. Say example, now I want this 41 to be given with decimal values 0.00. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll copy this value, put it here. I want to show it in a with the decimal values as a rupees or accounting method. So you can click on this comma option. This comma is used for decimal values. You have the drop down option here. Okay, in this drop down option, it was selected as accounting. Again, I copy, I paste it in another place. Now I want to give a currency symbol. You can click on this currency. Now see, you are getting a currency. I have defined here as dollar, so I'm getting this. In case I don't want this rupees currency. I don't want rupees currency. I want to use United dollars. I can use this. I want to use euros. I can use it. Some other currency I want, go for more functions. You have a symbols, so you just need to drag, check whichever the currency you want, go to that particular currency, and then click on OK. This is how you will be defining a currency sign. Right? So same thing I do again. So instead of this, I paste here. I'll go for this general format. I take here as an accounting. See, with this method also you can do. You can go here, change it into currency format. Yes, you can see which format it has been used. Now again I select this, copy, paste it here. Now I'll go here, I want to show it with a percentage, I show with a percentage. See, whenever I'm showing as a percentage, what happens? This 41 will be multiplied with 100%. 100%. So you will get with the decimal places. So if I want only as it is the 41 with the percentage sign, you have to do manually. 41 percentage manually you have to do. You can't do it with the percentage sign. So, or you can ask me, ma'am, if I have to do apply a percentage sign for everything, I can't do it individually. I can't type. I don't have a time. Then what should I do? Then you can do a customization. So I'll copy paste here. So customization, the last option. Actually, I have to explain you later on. I'll just show you here. I'll go for this more number formats. More number formats. The last one, custom format. How did I go? This general drop down option. Go for this more number formats. You will get this custom option. Second one, you have this dialog launcher. I told you dialog launcher or launch button. Click on this. Here also you will get. Or from the cell, right click, you have an option as format cell. This also it will give you. Now what I want to do, what is the sample it is showing me? 41. I'll go for custom. What it is showing me? 41. So I'll choose this 41, excuse me, 0.00. So after this I will remove the values. I'm removing the values. 0 I'm giving. I'll open a double quote, give a dollar sign, close a double quote. Whenever I am using a double quote, that means it is treated as a text. Now see in a sample format, $41. Or I want with the decimal values. So what I'll do, 0.00. I need to give a space. Then I'll open a double quote. I'll give a dollar sign. I'm sorry, a dollar sign and then a double quote. Can you see here in a sample format how I'll get? So I'm giving this. I'll click on OK. So see here. Just click and drag here. So let me show you here. I'll double click here. So everything is having same option. Now I'll just select this. I'll go for this format, custom. Already I have defined it. You can drag down and check it out. So this was the one which I have defined. I'll select this, click on OK. Everything is getting applied. I'll show you again. Select your number values. After selecting, go to your custom formats, that is from the numbering. Scroll down. If you have already defined it, you will get that. I'll select this and click on OK. So like this, you can define it. If you want the currency sign in the beginning, you can define in the beginning itself, but you have to give within a double quote. Now, the very first one which I said you is value will comes on the right side, text comes on the left side. Now I have one question to you all. Let me see who can answer me. I have a text here which is on a right side, which is on a right side. I need to arrange this to the left side, left side. So, but I should not use alignment. Left alignment I should not use. That is the first condition. I need the values to come on the left side, but without using a left alignment. And this has to be automatically come on the left side. How to define this? See, this is one of the interview question where one of my students said me that it was asked in their interview. Okay, so I have given them a solution, but still I want to ask you if anybody can answer me if logically if you think. Anybody knows can answer me. Give a try everyone. I've given you hint also.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me, ma.
Ma'am, usually like variables comes on the left side and the numbers comes on the right side, no, ma'am.
Yes, ma. Variables means what? See, this is my strings comes on the left side, and this is my numbers, right? Integers comes on the, sorry, I am saying it wrong. So I have a string comes on left side. I have a integers, that is numbers, that is coming on right side. My question here is I want the numbers, that is numbers, to come on the left side. Question is I need the numbers on the left side but without using left alignment. That is what is my question is. Can anyone answer me? Pragati?
No idea, ma'am.
Others? Okay. What did I say? Text comes on left side,
Left side.
right? Number comes on,
Right
numbers
side.
comes on. So now the simple logic you use it. Now what it says me? General, right? Drop down. I have an option here, text. Convert to text. Automatically it becomes into left alignment, right? Now see, I didn't use this alignment, but I used here text. When I click inside, you can say it as text. This is not numbers now. It is considered as text, strings. Okay, we'll do the next one. I'll again copy these values. Or okay, see, suppose I give a date. Say example, I'm giving a date. I use here as 02 hyphen 08 hyphen 2023. What it is? When I click on this, what it is? It's still in a general format. Okay, let me give like this: 02 hyphen 08, sorry, forward slash 2023. Now see which format it is. General, right? So when I type this into a date format, say example, I convert this into a date format. Now it is converting. Most of the times might be if you are using this into a language. Let me see. I'm not sure which language I'm using. United States. Fine. Let's go for this. So in Excel, whenever you are typing a date, what happens? The date will always be typed in a format of month, date, and then a year. You will always type a date only in this format only. Okay, if you are typing in some other format, it won't accept it. Now see, I type a date 02 hyphen 08 2023, enter. Now which format did it take? Okay, date format. Now I'll take this as long date. What is the month? It says February 8, but what did I give here? 28. So February, why? The second one is what I told you, that the date is always accepted in month, date, and then year format, because we are using a US English format. In a US, they'll be typing the date, they'll be mentioning the date in this format only. So because of that, the date is accepted in this method. So whenever you give a date, it comes in this method only. So see, I'll just go for this long date. So it shows me like this. Let me type the month first. 8 forward slash 2 forward slash 2023. Now let me convert this into a long date. long date. Now see, Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. So this is how it will be accepted. Now percentage sign I have already explained you. Then I have a fractions. Say example 1.5, 0.3, 0.75. Okay, uh, 5.25. This is the values, the same values. Instead of this point wise, I'll convert into fraction value. So zero point 0.5. Okay, let me give here 0 0.5. 0.5 means what? Half, right? So now see, I just convert this into a fraction. See, 1.5 is becoming, I'll do control Z, copy this, paste it here. I'll just select this so that I can show you the difference. Convert into a fraction. 1.5 is 1.5, 0.75 is 3 by 4, then 5.25, 514, 0.5 is 1 by 2, that is half. In case if you want to define our values in a fractions, you can use this method. Okay, next one is your scientific. Actually this concept we never do this, but still I just gave a random value. I'll convert this into scientific. It will show me like this with e plus 0.3. This never, we are not going to use this. It's just given. I'm just showing you a method. And the last one, text, we have already done. So almost all the concept I've done in this. Now the only concept which I have is decimal value. Okay, let me just open this. I give you a 7.4, I give you 41 point some values. So I'm just giving a values here with the decimal values. Few places I'm giving, few places I'm just ignoring. So let's see what will happen. Now this is, I have everywhere 2 decimal, 3 decimal, and some places where I do not have a decimal itself, but I still want to give a decimal values, point decimal values, when there is 74, when there is 85. Only 2 decimal values I want. Wherever there are more decimal values, it has to reduce to 2 values. Wherever I have more decimal values, but still I want to give it as 2 decimal points. That is, decimal means point after point, how many numbers you need it. I select this range, increase. See, this is how you will increase your decimal values, decrease your decimal values. So I want 2 decimal points. I'm giving here as 2 decimal points. Till 2 I have waited. Then I'll click on OK. So increasing and decreasing the decimal values. Clear? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we will do about conditional formatting. Okay. We will look about the conditional formatting. A simple format I'll explain you now. After explaining that, then I'll go for the next concept, a bit advanced one. So we will go for conditional formatting. To use a conditional formatting, I need a numbers. I do not have a time to type, so I am going to use a function here, a rand between function equals to rand between. I need a random values from 20 to 99, 20 comma 99, close the bracket, enter. Okay, I got a random value. I need some series till here I've given. Then I also need some series till here. I'll drag this. But everywhere I click, I can see the function here. Wherever I click, I can see the functions here, right? I don't want the functions. I only need numbers. So what I will do, I will select the range here, select the range, copy this, paste. Actually, I'm going to do copy this, paste it in the same location as values. Now enter. Now see, wherever I click, I can see only the numbers, not the formulas, right? So now I have a values here. I'll just select this. After selecting, assume that my condition here is I need to highlight the values which is less than 30, right? Or let me take it here as which is less than 35, I have to highlight. When I'm saying less than 35, 35 is not added. That means equals to 35 is not added. So ignoring 35, whatever the lesser number you have, I need to highlight it in a red color. So what I will do, first I'll select this range, go for conditional formatting, highlight the cell rule, that is greater than. Now what I want, I need lesser than. I'll go for this lesser than. So by default, it takes an average value. I'll change this to 35. Now I have asked for a red color. It is already there. There are few colors. So we will use one by one. Light red color I'll pick with the red dark text. I'll click on OK. So whichever is less than that 35, it will be highlighted. Now I want to highlight this, that is a value that is between, right? I need to highlight a value between 35 to 35 to 60. 35 to 60 I want to highlight in yellow fills. In yellow fills I want to highlight. I select this range, go for conditional formatting, highlight the cell rule, that is between. That is between. What is my range? Between 35. Between 35 to which one? 60. 60. Which color I need? I need a yellow color. So I select here as yellow fills with dark yellow text. Click on OK. Done. I want to show this in a single cell, so I use this wrap text. Next one. I would like to show the values which are greater than 65. Greater than 65, and this in a green color. Green color. I select this. I'll go for this one. Select it. Go for conditional formatting. Highlight the cell rule, that is greater than how much? 65. 65 and in a green color. Green fills with the green, dark green text. I'll click on OK. It has been highlighted. Okay, so we have done this 3. Now I have a series here. So I need something common. Say example 52 I have here. I'll just copy this 52, put it in here also 52. Okay, and I'll paste it here also. So I'll just select this. I want any values which is equal to 52 to be highlighted in a orange color. Only orange color. Okay, there is no other changes, no text color and all. Only orange color I'm giving here. I'll click on this. So before that, first select the range, go for conditional formatting. You have an option here as highlight the cell rule, that is equals to. That is equals to which one? What is the number? 52. Then I need it in an orange color. I do not have an orange color in this list. So I'll go for this custom format, and I have an option here as fills. I'll take this orange color. And if I need a text also in some other color, I'll go for font. Here I have a color automatic. I'll change this into a dark red color. Then I'll click on OK. Again OK. So this is how your things will come. So I have given here what? Orange fills, and then dark red font. I have given this. This is what we have done. Any doubts till here? Anybody has a doubt? If in
No,
case
ma'am.
you have a doubt, you can ask me. Okay. So I'll stop till here. We will continue in the next section, that is tomorrow. Fine. And please make sure that you are giving your names as the same thing what I have in an attendance list, or else I won't be able to give you attendance. And end of the day, you should not ask me that, ma'am, attendance is not given, we have an attendance issue, that this, then I can't help you out. Whatever the name that I see in an attendance list, the same thing I'll be marking to your list also. I've also shared a link on your WhatsApp group. You can see that to whom and all I have marked the present. Okay, and see why I'm saying you this again. Here I have some name, and wherein I have a full name in the register which was shared to me. I don't have to make any trouble to you also, and please don't trouble me also at the end of the time. I know you have a attendance marks issue also for your exam purpose, so please make sure that you are renaming your names in the same format how you have in your register. Okay, so because I can identify few names, and there are few people's names are something which is same thing repeated. So if I have to see which initial it is, what is the surname it is, so this and all is bit difficult for me. So make sure at least please rename it from the next class onwards with the same name what has been given to me in your register details. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. That's all for today. Thank you. See you in next class. Bye everyone. Take care.
Ma'am,
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma.
ma'am,
Yeah,
I'm Veda. Today happens to be my first class because I
yes,
wasn't able
I
to join.
find your name.
So I'll be continuing the class from today, ma'am.
No problem, ma.
Is it okay? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Fine,
so
fine.
much.
No problem.